When the doors are being shut instead of being open, the question is going to be, well, why?
State and federal laws allow you the right to know how leaders and agencies spend your tax dollars and run their organizations. But listen, not everyone is transparent. WDSU Investigates has faced challenges before trying to get information for stories.
Yeah, and that's why tonight we are giving you a first-hand look at why we sometimes don't have those answers for you. WDSU investigator Cassie Sherm has the first story in our new series called Denied.
I've been looking into a story that I've had a lot of roadblocks on, and it all starts last year when Saints player Chris Olave was arrested for reckless operation of a vehicle in Kenner. Now that arrest, even though it was legal, led to a lot of questions, so I wanted to know just how many other people have been arrested in Kenner for that same violation. But unfortunately, Kenner PD tells me they don't have to give me that information. This is police body cam video of Saints wide receiver Chris Olave arrested for reckless operation of a vehicle in Kenner in October of last year.
I got you going 70 down Julian.
The speed limit for the street, 35 miles per hour. Reckless operation of a vehicle is the operation of any motor vehicle in a criminally negligent or reckless manner. In Louisiana, it's considered a misdemeanor. According to local lawyers, speeding in Louisiana generally results in a ticket and a fine at most, but fines vary. Here's about how much Louisianans are fined for speeding based on how fast they were going, according to various local law firms. Now, driving 1 to 9 miles over the speed limit, it's around 115. 10 to 14 miles per hour over 200, 15 to 20 miles per hour, close to 250, and 21 miles per hour or more over. That will get you more than a $250 ticket and mandatory court appearance. The more offenses, the more penalties. First offense is a 90-day jail sentence and or $200 in fines. Multiple offenses could be 6 months in jail and or up to additional $500 in fines. The arrest report from the October incident states this is Olave's second speeding ticket within months. He was cited for driving almost 20 miles per hour over the speed limit last August.
I play for the Saints, man. And?
A Kenner police spokesperson said that it's not uncommon for reckless driving cases to end in an arrest. WDSU Investigates wanted to know how many people in the last 3 years have been arrested for reckless operation in Kenner. In a public records request, I asked for the number of citations and arrests from 2021 through 2023. They told me there's no existing record that summarizes the violations or disposition, citation only, or physical arrest. Instead, Kenner Police Department gave me a rough estimate of numbers of violations cited from 2021 to present, with reckless operation of a motor vehicle being close to 300. In multiple emails, I asked, does that mean there's no record of how many people were arrested or booked in jail for reckless operation during that time? Could I get the numbers separate for the years 2021, 2022, and 2023? This is all that was sent back. Quote, this means there's no existing record that details the information requested. We could likely create a record through computer research. However, the public records law does not require us to create a record.
I think people hide behind technicalities all the time. You know, that's why lawyers have jobs, right?
Megan Kiefer, an attorney with Kiefer & Kiefer, says by law, they're correct.
Local entity doesn't have to create documents and develop documents in a fashion that would be beneficial to the requester. So that's where you're going to see a lot of, tenuous debate, I guess, is are there documents here that should be here that aren't here, and their governments are basically being able to hide behind, well, we don't have a document. The question I guess the public should start asking is, well, should you? Should you? And why don't you?
Kiefer says just because the law does not require an agency to create new documents doesn't mean it can't give us that information.
There's always this tenuous nature between the letter of the law, the spirit of the law, right? Do I have to give something up? Should I give something up? And when you're the public entity, we should really err on the side of complying not just with the letter of the law, but with the spirit of the law. Our governments really need to be operating in full transparency.
Now, WDSU Investigates will continue to keep on asking questions and get you the information that you have the right to know as we continue our series, Denied. Reporting here in New Orleans, I'm Cassie Sherm, WDSU Investigates.